Hi, I'm Sherry Stump. Thank you for joining me today. We're reading from the devotional book, God's Amazing Grace by Ellen White. Today's reading is January 21 on page 29 in the book. And the devotional title is The Army of the Lord. Ephesians 6:13 says, "Take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand." The strength of an army is measured largely by the efficiency of the men in the ranks. A wise general instructs his officers to train every soldier for active service. He seeks to develop the highest efficiency on the part of all. If he were to depend on his officers alone, he could never expect to conduct a successful campaign. He counts on loyal and untiring service from every man in his army. The responsibility rests largely upon the men in the ranks. And so it is in the army of Prince Emmanuel. Our general, who has never lost a battle, expects willing, faithful service from everyone who has enlisted under his banner. In the closing controversy now raging between the forces of good and the hosts of evil, he expects all, laymen as well as ministers, to take part. All who have enlisted as his soldiers are to render faithful service as minutemen, with a keen sense of the responsibility resting upon them individually. All who enter the army are not to be generals, captains, sergeants, or even corporals. All have not the care and responsibility of leaders. There is hard work of other kinds to be done. Some must dig trenches and build fortifications. Some are to stand as sentinels, some to carry messages. While there are but few officers, it requires many soldiers to form the rank and file of the army, yet its success depends upon the fidelity of every soldier. One man's cowardice or treachery may bring disaster upon the entire army. There is earnest work to be done by us individually if we would fight the good fight of faith. Eternal interests are at stake. We must put on the whole armor of righteousness. We must resist the devil, and we have the sure promise that he will be put to flight. The church is to conduct an aggressive warfare, to make conquests for Christ, to rescue souls from the power of the enemy. God and holy angels are engaged in this warfare. Let us please him who has called us to be soldiers. Thank you for being with me today. It's my prayer that you will be a part of the Lord's army of missionaries at home and abroad, and that you will say, "Here I am, Lord, send me." I hope you'll join me again tomorrow when we'll be reading about having our loins girt about with truth. And as always, may God bless you abundantly, more than you can ask or think.